This video is sponsored by Squarespace.
This is part 2 of what your favorite TV show says about you. You probably think your favorite show is not on here, but you're probably wrong.
If your favorite show is Adventure Time, you love telling people that your favorite show is Adventure Time and then immediately going in and telling people how you might think that this is just a show for kids, but it's actually incredibly rich and emotionally complex and deals with hard tackling themes applicable to adult life. And I agree with you, but also the person opposite you has definitely heard someone else talk about Adventure Time like this, and so they've definitely also heard these talking points before. Also, horseshoe theory. Walter White and Princess Bubblegum. Opposite in their age demographics, convergence in number of war crimes. What do we think? If your favorite show is The Office, you're every guy on Hinge! You already know that saying The Office is your favorite show is already a nothing burger, but you don't give a shit because you love The Office anyway, and you know what? I respect that. You love wearing capri pants and you go to your email job and it's a great show, and honestly, in a perverse way, I do respect that. That's really good for you. I feel like in the next 3 years, the popularity of The Office and how it's gonna be considered like really lame to like The Office because you're so generic, you're so basic for liking The Office. Oh yeah, that's your favorite show, of course. It's actually gonna like swing back so far into the other direction. It's gonna paradoxically become like ironic and cool to like unironically say you like The Office again, if that makes sense. And then people are gonna be like, wow, I can't believe we were saying that people were lame for liking The Office, because of course they like The Office. It's a great show. And isn't it so great to unironically love a show that's an objectively good show even though everyone else also likes the show? Like The Office is gonna get so big that the fact that it's now kind of lame to say that it's your favorite show is The Office, it's actually gonna make it counterculture again, and then it'll be cool to say that you like The Office in an unironic way because you don't care that it's lame to say your favorite show is The Office. I hope you're following what I'm trying to say. If your favorite show is Fleabag, you are every girl I met in London who wants to be an actor and has a theater group, and you're burnt out and perpetually working your stage play, which you hope to take to a theater festival next year, and you don't want to say it out loud, but we both know that it's because you hope that someone will see it in the audience and adapt it on Broadway or like the West End, like Phoebe Waller-Bridge. If your favorite show is House, you have great taste. I can't lie. I don't have anything else to say. If your favorite show was Naruto, you thought that there wouldn't be anime in this video. You thought. There is anime in this video because I love and appreciate my viewers who watch anime. If your favorite show is Naruto, then you probably have Stockholm Syndrome from the fact that you've invested and sunk so much of your time watching this show, and therefore you have to like this show, or you have nostalgia attached to this show because it's what you watched when you were young, or this was like the first anime that you watched, and so it seems so different and interesting and separate from anything else you'd ever seen before, and so it hooked you and you sunk all of your time into it for realizing that there was actually a lot more anime that was actually way better than Naruto. But this is like the Squid Game of anime where it's popular and it's like, yeah, it's pretty good, it's good enough, but it's not like insanely good, but you watched it and everyone else watched it and now it's your favorite show. If your favorite show is One Piece, then you keep trying to tell your friends to watch One Piece, but like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, look how many episodes there are. You fucking out of your mind? You think I have time to watch One Piece? And I'll be like, yeah, I'll watch it if you let me watch the dub so I don't have to sit there and I can listen to it. But then they'll be like, no, you can't watch the dub, you have to watch the sub, you have to read the subtitles. Like my ass has the fucking time to sit and read the subtitles for 1,000 episodes where you can't even like look away for a second to like feed your cat without like coming back and having no idea what's going on. Do you think I'm made of time? Do you think I don't have a job? I have a job. I have 2 jobs, okay? Because making videos counts as a job, okay? I'm busy. I'm hustling. When will I have time? Are you out of your mind? Are you insane? Okay. Increasingly disheveled. The next time someone in my life recommends One Piece to me, I'm gonna be like, I will watch One Piece when you read my favorite book, Infinite Jest. It'll take you about the same amount of time that it'll take me to watch One Piece, and if I'm gonna watch a long-ass meandering show where I will emerge 3 years older, then you gotta do the same thing because devotion goes both ways, and this is a two-way street. Anyway, did I say anything valid about this show? Not really. That was all just a personal anecdote, and as you can tell from my personal life, I feel very strongly about this. I don't know anything else about the show. I know it's about pirates and anarchism and anarchist pirates, and if One Piece is on one side of the political spectrum, then the other side is Attack on Titan. If your favorite show is Doctor Who, who's your favorite doctor and why is it David Tennant? Also, I read somewhere online like years ago that like this is One Piece for British people, which is the best description of Doctor Who fans that I've ever seen. And there's nothing else to add beyond that. If your favorite show is Avatar, you either had a crush on her, or you had a crush on him, or you had a crush on both of these people. If your favorite show is Teen Wolf or Vampire Diaries or like every other teen fantasy fantasy show, then you watch the show for the same reason that everyone else watched the show, which is for the incredibly riveting plot and immersive special effects and world building and complex and coherent plot narrative, because in fact, these shows are full of seductively rich inner world building and luscious screenwriting that makes it a truly glisteningly perfect piece of art that'll go down as some of the best screenwriting and direction in modern television. I personally love the extremely nuanced and complex and well-written screenwriting and plot lines that if your favorite show is Grey's Anatomy, this is your favorite show purely on the fact that you've been watching it for so long, and the plot lines have completely devolved, and this show has kind of lost its luster like 10 seasons ago, but you have like a Pavlovian attachment to this show, and honestly, who am I to take that away from you? If your favorite show is How I Met Your Mother, you have now become extremely neurotic about dating, because every other scene in this show is Barney making up some dumb, arbitrary, fake rule about dating and then adjusting as collar, but trying to make it seem funny and cool, and it's because it's like the writers had their own neuroses about dating, but they try to live through Barney and make it seem really cool and attractive, and in reality, they're just making entertainment out of arbitrarily fitting people into boxes that reinforce their own insecurities while pretending it's all just part of the dating game, ultimately turning dating into a neurotic performance of made-up rules instead of genuine connection. If your favorite show is Parks and Recreation, then that theme song plays in your head all the time, and that theme song is what it sounds like in the head of a golden retriever every day. Also, when will this be me? I want what they have. Everyone wants what they have. This is the original aspirational relationship pairing, right? If your favorite show is Girls, I think you kind of acknowledge all of the criticisms online of this show and like the many think pieces which have like beaten every aspect and like every orifice of the show to exhaustion. And you like kind of acknowledge all of those things, but like at the same time, you kind of just like this show anyway. You know what I'm trying to say? And you like the idea of living in New York and being a quirky 2010s 20-something, and you wish Adam Driver would hang out with you, and you like Community Theater and Fiona Apple and Sylvia Plath. This is a real millennial show. It's emblematic of its time. I have no idea what I'm saying. I'm just recycling talking points. If your favorite show is Euphoria, are you okay? Checking in. Are you fine? Are you good? I don't actually know any like diehard Euphoria fans. Like, is that a thing? I don't think anyone's like a fan of Euphoria. You're just kind of like a fan of each one of the main characters in Euphoria. You're like a big fan of that celebrity. But like, is anyone a fan of Euphoria as a whole? But also, have you tried watching something like Great British Bake Off? Like, have you tried, you know, for a change? Have you tried like a pottery show? Euphoria is to Skins what like the later seasons of Black Mirror did to the original Black Mirror, which is like yassify it and glamorize it and like triple the production budget in the efforts to make it appealing to US audiences. And then all the British people were like, this sucks. Where's the grit and like the weather and like the gray tint to everything? Okay, they took all the bones and the character out of it. If your favorite show is Sex and the City, you know and I know that this is actually an excellent show. And you know who the male character equivalent of Carrie Bradshaw is? Walter White. Carrie Bradshaw and Walter White are on opposite sides of the same spectrum, and that's being a recognizable and endearing anti-hero in modern television. Carrie Bradshaw provides the catharsis to women that Walter White provides for men, and it offers a lot of people like the guilty reputation that they crave in being like jagged and aggressive, and like it mirrors your worst and like deepest humanistic and animalistic tendencies. And Carrie Bradshaw is an emotionally complex character in the same way that Walter White is. And while one is glaringly hyper masculine, the other is glaringly hyper feminine, but they both scratch that primal itch in like its viewers' brains, which allows audiences to like truly identify with these characters. Carrie as a character is independent and she's on the prowl and she's sexually liberated, but she's also flawed and will do things that make the viewers hate her, and that's good. That's real. They're annoying. They're irritating. She's a real person, you know? And you love them sometimes, and then the next moment they're fucking insufferable to you, like a real person. This show is Breaking Bad for girls in that it's a rare one that actually lets its characters develop and really change in serious ways. Hi, there's a horse behind me. Before this video continues, I'd like to tell you about today's sponsor, Squarespace. Squarespace is the premium platform to create your own beautiful website. I personally love how easy it is to customize your own site with Design Intelligence. Design Intelligence is a feature that uses AI to suggest layouts and design elements that are based on your actual needs, and it makes it really easy to get a professional looking site without any guesswork or without any coding or actual technical skill. For content creators especially, Squarespace also has built-in blogging tools, so you can manage your blog, schedule posts, and even send newsletters all from the same place. And it's perfect for if you want to start your own online community. If that all sounds really interesting to you, then you should head to squarespace.com/crystal for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, use my link to get 10% off your first website or domain. Thank you, Squarespace, for paying me money. money. Back to the video. If your favorite show is a British cooking show, so like Great British Bake Off or like British MasterChef, then you really like this show because it's cozy and you like cooking and you like seeing other people cook, and it's just a really relaxing show. And you enjoy that people can really put their hearts and passion into their craft, and may the best chef win. If your favorite show is an American cooking show, so like American MasterChef or Hell's Kitchen or any show with Gordon Ramsay that has adult contestants, then you like the violence and the aggression and the messiness and the chaos of these shows. This show is basically just as crazy as like Dance Moms or like any other American reality show, but with food. You just like seeing people get yelled at because it really scratches that itch in your brain. If your favorite show is Law and Order, people around you are always telling you how like true crime podcasts are such a perverse thing that emerged recently. Why do women love listening to such awful and terrible things on podcasts? But you know better, and you know that women have always liked those things, because before true crime podcasts, women just watched Law and Order, Special Victims Unit. If your favorite show is Vanderpump Rules, your favorite member is Stassi, and your favorite podcast is Call Her Daddy. By the way, aren't you guys impressed with my sweeping cultural knowledge of every internet subculture? I know the Pickle Rick guys, I know the pseudo-intellectual aspiring screenwriter guys, I know the Call Her Daddy crew, I know them all. I know everything, just don't ask me questions about it because I don't like it. If your favorite show is New Girl, you're a millennial, and you're valid because I like this show, it's chill, and you want to dress up like Zooey Deschanel, and you like how she wears colored tights and the bangs, but like you tried colored tights and the bangs and it doesn't really suit you, and you feel sad because you want to look like Zooey Deschanel, but you can't because you're not Zooey Deschanel. You just can't be. I want to be, but I'm not either. If your favorite show is Squid Game, I don't believe that your favorite show is Squid Game. Like, you've probably seen Squid Game, but like, whose favorite show is Squid Game? That's bananas. That's crazy. If you enjoyed Squid Game, you're in for a treat, because like literally East Asian TV has been doing this trope for years and years and years, and you have plenty of shows to pick from. This just so happened to be the first one that like really did well on Netflix and was marketed to a Western audience, but like if you like this stuff, there is like a giant backlog, so you can fucking knock yourself out. If your favorite show is House of Cards, I've never seen this show. Sorry. I don't know what to say. This is a cop-out. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have included this. You tell me what this says about you if your favorite show is House of Cards, and I'll include it in the next one. I'm padding out the video. Sorry. If your favorite show is Family Guy, do you actually watch full episodes of Family Guy, or do you just like watch the reels next to it? Like, I personally only know the show from memes I've seen online, or like the clips I've seen of it where like the video next to it is a hydraulic press video and like the video next to that is like Subway Surfers. So in the spirit of being honest about how I actually know nothing about Family Guy, I'm just gonna tell you all of the clips that I can remember off the top of my head. So there's one about like, you're haunting this house with your whiteness, Brian. I know that one. And then obviously I also know the one where they're drowning, and it's like, since we're all gonna die, I'm just gonna say it, I did not care for The Godfather. I did not care for it. I like that one. If your favorite show was South Park, I can't say anything about South Park. I just think it's super funny when people make fan art of South Park online. They're like, yeah, these characters just love each other. It's just a nice show. They're all just nice friends. If you know nothing about South Park and this video is your only frame of reference for South Park, this is just a nice show where like people are friends. Like, look at all this fan art. Everyone is just super friendly to each other and they all love each other, and look at this wonderful fan art that people made of this show. If your favorite show is Glee, you are a fucking menace to everyone in your personal life, but you are unhinged in a way that's incredibly entertaining. Because this show was fucking bonkers, bananas, crazy, on set, off set, crazy shit everywhere. They did absolutely everything in this show. This show was the original post show. You know who I think would love this show? Rick and Morty fans. And I'm being serious. I'm being serious here because you wouldn't think that they would. And these two shows target like different demographics, right? But I'm being actually like so for real. If you like Rick and Morty, you will love Glee. If you've never seen Glee, you will love Sue Sylvester. I promise. Just watch one of those unhinged compilations on YouTube. And when you watch the show, just skip all of the singing parts of the show, right? Just watch it for like the comedy, because it really scratches the internet brain. I promise you. And I have insane internet slot brain, so you can trust my recommendations. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, this is a disclaimer. This video is just for fun. You can like whatever show you want. Disagree with me in the comments. As I said before, this is just for fun. It's for comedic purposes. I know nothing and I have no media literacy. So yeah, thanks for bye, subscribe.
Oh my god, I'm wearing different clothes. Who cares? If you're watching this and you're like, Crystal, my favorite show is not here, that's okay, because you probably missed it. It's probably in part 1, or if it's not in part 1 and it's not in this video, it's probably in part 3 here, unless I didn't film part 3 yet, so it's probably like a different video, in which case, sorry. Comment below and tell me, oh my god, I'm so angry at you. Yeah, do that. Good for engagement.